match.
Final round 19. Scott Popular here with two great players, two great friends, two great men. I would also say comrades, because we all are East Coast, but y'all Yanks and we Rebels. But
Guilty.
respectable.
Guilty.
We got respect. It's nothing but love on this table. But there's a war.
Of course.
There is a war. Okay, we gotta address a couple things. But before we get into this, please introduce yourself to the people who don't know who you are.
If you don't know, now you know. You will know. Michael Mendoza, a.k.a. IFC Yipes.
I'm Kevin Landon, Dieminion, aka The Darkness.
All right, that's what it is. All right. Now, let's talk about the warring state right now. Now, it's very new, okay? Street Fighter V is very new, and old rivalries are beginning to spark up, okay? Now, right now, and we're very, very young and very green into the game. Who has the strongest front in the U.S.?
Right now, I think it's East Coast for sure.
East Coast.
Yeah, East Coast for sure.
Guaranteed. All right.
I mean, we got more quality, but West Coast has more is quantity.
Okay.
But we got the quality.
All right. All right.
It's a good question. I would say we're even. About even right now.
Okay.
This tournament is a really big tournament, and I think that by the end of it, we'll see which coast has the most players still in the tournament. So early on, it's always a toss up, but at the end of the tournament, we'll see which coast has the most players.
Okay. All right. Now, with that being said, on the East Coast, because you guys are Northeast in that respect,
Right.
Who's your guys' heavy hitters?
Right now, for sure, would be Joe, Moons, Arturo, Antoine. Which one? You want the whole list?
Not the whole list, but what you doing for the
I'll give you
top
top five. So yeah, I said Joe, Moons, Arturo, Antoine. I wouldn't know who to give it to the fifth, to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Those
That's
are the
like
four.
a solid top four right
Those
there.
are the four right now.
All right. Now, how are pools between yesterday and today? How are pools?
It was good. No, every East Coast killer made it out.
Okay.
So everybody made top 128.
All right. Did you see any surprises in the pools?
No.
No.
Just about right, like who's on their game and who has the chance to move forward.
You mean in terms of just East Coast or just
No,
in
just
general?
players in general.
But
I mean,
I think the only one, to be honest, the only guy that I'm kind of like impressed with is Sonic Fox.
Yeah.
He's been putting in work. Young man's taking all our money, so I'm saying hopefully he don't take mine. That happens. But,
Okay.
but yeah, so far Sonic Fox.
All right, so we definitely want to keep the money. All right, now, what character do you think is a sleeper right now? What character that you think is everybody sleeping on? There's everybody's saying like Nash is OP, he's too strong, but in your opinion, what character do you think like maybe in future events, maybe either before or after Evo, which character do you think is a sleeping giant? Is it like a
Laura.
Laura.
Yeah.
Why so?
Right. A lot of the majority of the people saying she's like bottom 5.
Right.
But she tests how human you are, basically.
Okay.
In terms of guessing 50-50s and all that, you're not gonna guess right every time. You ain't gonna guess right every time. It's impossible.
All right.
So it's one of those characters.
All right.
I agree with the Laura pick, but I actually think Ryu is a sleeper because he looks weak, like he looks kind of not really good when you see him.
I always say he got them Old Spice combos. It's just always a little bit more. It's like they look like an Old Spice commercial every time he hits you. It's like it's amazing. But yeah, okay.
And also with his V skill parry, like when you master that, you make him like a god tier character if you master it. So.
All right. Now, as for the community and whatnot, what's going on in New York right now?
It's really good actually. Everybody eating. In terms of eating, everybody's getting knowledgeable with the game. Everybody's playing. Everybody's coming out. So even I'm coming out. I usually be in the crib with the fam, But now I'm coming out. So
all right,
it's a good look.
Yeah, it's like a tournament every day. So and like in the tri-state area, so just travel to the tournament. It's like one Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday's like the break day. Then there's always a tournament on the weekend somewhere. So there's always a tournament.
Real healthy.
Yeah, okay, that's really solid. Now, on the world spectrum, because there's a lot of Japanese players here as well, U.S. versus the world. Okay, now a lot of people are kind of rooting for the Japanese players. How you feel about this?
Well, I mean, they've been heavy hitters for a while. They've been taking ducats for a very long time.
Okay.
So I can see why they're the favorites, but it's actually even right now. To be very honest with you. Like killers that you expected, like Fudo, to bust everybody up, but he's out the tournament already.
Right.
You know what I mean? And, Bonchan's out. Like the killers that was coming over here really getting busy, they're getting bodied right now. But they're making it fall. As I said, they're not nice, but I think everybody even at this point.
Okay.
Well, we'll see after this tournament. But so far, so good. We even.
And so, where does that leave you guys?
Me?
Yeah.
Just don't bump into me when I'm hot. Sit. Just don't bump into me when I'm hot. That's all I gotta say.
That's it. All right. Now, all right. So, Dieminion, if you could comment on Yipes right now, what's his number one strength in the game with his character?
Tenacity.
Okay.
With the character, like the way Yipes plays like a rushdown character, he's been playing them for like quite a while now. So he has that instinct, that feel when he knows like when to go in, or like when the opponent is kind of afraid to challenge.
Right.
So I would say like his tenacity, ferocity.
Yeah.
He just has that rushdown sense,
You know me too well.
You know you too much. y'all play too much, right? Y'all play together too
well,
much. All right. Now, what would you say about Dieminion? What's his strength?
Surgeon. He's a surgeon. He knows how to pick your brain. He knows when you want to jump. He caught me just slipping mad times. But he definitely knows how to pick your brain. He's mad patient. He's a wall. He's the wall of defense. So, when you're trying to jump over, you see like a big-ass wall, you can't parkour over that man.
Oh, okay. All right. So he gonna basically snipe you every time.
When he's on it, it's even worse. So.
Damn. All right. Now, if you could give any words of advice or just to inspire some people who want to get on you guys' level, what would you tell them?
Don't be shy and come out to the tournaments and really, really study. Because, back then the games was all about, how would I put it? Instinct. But now you actually have to apply frame data. You got to crunch numbers,
Right.
stuff like that. You can't be scared to ask or share the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So best way to do that, tournaments.
Okay.
Show
Yeah, the tournaments are basically experiments.
Yeah.
To see if your theory actually works
That's how it goes.
in a situation.
Yeah, just don't be shy. Come out, man. Because everybody has this tendency where they're so scared to lose. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Everybody's so scared to lose. But you have to take some L's. You got to take some lumps to get to where you want to get at.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got in this. So.
Yeah, but that's because I think we came from the old cloth, which is the arcade. You put your money up, and this either you catching a L or you win.
Yeah.
And after a while, when you run out of money, you realize that, hey, I got to win. But it does take a lot of L's until you learn the things that you need, like the basics, just to keep the money.
Yeah.
All right. Darren, how about you?
So for all you new guys out there, I would say before you come to a tournament, just try to watch as many match videos as you can from the more professional players out there. There's YouTube now, so something we didn't have coming up in the arcade. So we have YouTube. And just study the opponents, with the character that you play. Study Yipes plays Nikali, so just watch his Nikali on YouTube. There's YouTube footage everywhere of every player now. So even Daigo streams now, so that footage is on YouTube. So I would just have to say, just study, the best players of their character, and then after that, the tournaments will be the next step. Just like a local tournament if you have a scene out there. If you're not, then just grind out online. No one comes up overnight. Just keep grinding out online, and just try to connect with the community closest to you. Take it from there.
Now, you're playing Nikali, and Dieminion right now you're playing.
I play Nash mostly, but I play Fang also.
All right, but you're a God player. So how did you feel the first time when you actually played Nash? Because I played Nash, but when I first played him, I was like, this ain't nowhere near a charged character. And was it a hard transition? Because you're character loyal, you're a Nash. I mean, you're a God player. So how was that transition?
Well, Nash, people compare him to Guile just for the simple fact that he has a Sonic Boom.
Right.
Even though it's not a charge move anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
With Nash, it's not a charge move.
Right.
So, but those characters are two completely different characters. Nash is to me, he's the more offensive one. The way they designed him, you have to press.
Yeah,
you have to pitbull with the character. But it's not really my style.
Yeah,
I can apply it if I want to, but it's not the first thing that comes up in my mind. So I might slip on certain opportunities to go in. But I just can't wait for Guile. I want to see what they, you know, how interesting they make him in this game.
All right. And you playing with Nakali.
Yeah.
Now, what's the reason besides just maybe like the cultural bond?
Just look at him. Just look at him. He's too cool, man. I wish my head could glow like that. Okay. But he just looks cool, man. He looks like a savage. I like those savage characters.
All right, that's what's up. All right, and yo, that's about it. But I gotta tell you because remember we were talking before. You were wondering about the things.
Right.
Okay, so the things. So I asked David Chin and I asked Ultra Dave who do they think are really excellent, you know, commentators.
Okay.
And they really like ketchup and mustard. And you know they were talking, and all of a sudden they had an epitome. They were like, "No, wait a minute, Yipes."
Okay.
They love you, man. They think that you're top dollar, man. And you can actually do it. But are you willing to change your style and go like maybe a little bit corporate like they do? Because like they're wearing the ties and whatnot.
It's like this, man. I do it out of the love, right?
Okay.
But if you wanna put me on your best dollar, you just gotta give me a shot. We could talk, man. I always always change it up a little bit, you know.
All right.
So yeah, talk to me, man. If you gonna give me the work, I'll put in the work.
Okay. All right.
Solid.
So you're willing to dress accordingly just to get the job.
Of course. There's nobody give me the shot. I got no problem.
Hey, somebody give him the
I
shot.
got no problem. I got no problem picking up a suit. I look sexy in a suit, to be honest with you, man.
Big bodies look great in
You feel
suits.
me? You already know what time it is. Just gotta give me a shot, man. That's all.
Hey, somebody give this man a shot. That's what we're doing. All right. Final round 19. See you later.
All right.